Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 3-Wide NASCAR Edition. This week, the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series was at Kansas Motor Speedway for the KC Masterpiece 400. Overall, a race that really had nothing going for it except at stage ends, and then the last 30 laps happened. This ended with Kevin Harvick getting his 5th win of the season, his 2nd in a row after his win last week at Dover. Now we'll get into the 3 takeaways from the KC Masterpiece 400. Number 1, Kevin Harvick keeps on building a lead. After his three-peat earlier this year, Kevin Harvick cooled off for a little bit, but now has come back with 2 back-to-back wins at Dover and here at Kansas. Harvick's looking to cement himself as one of the championship favorites and to show that he'll have to go through him to get this championship. This has me wondering if Kevin Harvick is peaking too early, and later in the year if Kevin Harvick does not have anything left and will just be floundering to get some points. He seems to be clearing away the best car every week, and we'll see if he can keep this going in 2 weeks at the Coke 600. Number 2, the last 30 laps. For most of this race, we had no natural cautions, where it was just stage breaks and a competition caution because of the rain that happened overnight to see what the tire wear was like. But then these last 30 laps happened. This first started when Daniel Suarez hit the wall and then collected Alex Bowman to bring out the first natural caution of the race. This led to pit stops and then a battle between Kevin Harvick and Kyle Larson, where Kevin Harvick pulled away. And then this is where Kyle Larson's day came to an abrupt halt, where he faded back and then got into a wreck with Ryan Blaney, who ran him up the track. This then led to a split strategy call for most people, where some people stayed out, some people got 2 tires, and some people got 4 tires. Then after the restart, this caused a huge wreck where William Byron and Ryan Newman got into it, along with Clint Boyer and the returning Matt Kenseth, along with Jamie McMurray and Chris Buescher. This set up a huge restart at the end of the race, which then led to Kevin Harvick tracking down Martin Truex Jr., going by him and getting the win in the last 2 laps. Overall, this would have been a pretty boring race if these last 30 laps did not happen in that crazy finish. And number 3, Kyle Larson's long ride. After spinning out in qualifying and having to start at the back of the field, Kyle Larson battled through this field all night long and was pretty much the most exciting thing to come out of this race. He battled all the way to the lead when the nighttime fell, and it looked like nighttime was going to be the right time for Larson to get a win this season. Then the last 30 laps happened where a bunch of strategy calls were made, and then Larson lost the lead to Kevin Harvick, and then he faded back, got into a wreck with Ryan Blaney. This then sent Larson to the back of the field again, and he came all the way back in those last couple of laps to finish 4th. I feel like this was a record for the season of one guy passing the most cars, where I feel like he passed about 100 cars tonight. Now we'll see if Larson can put this momentum into full swing and get a win later in the year, maybe even at the Coke 600 in 2 weeks. Now what to look ahead to at the All-Star race next week. Number 1, the new package. The 3 big things that I feel like any normal NASCAR fan can know about the 2018 rules package for this All-Star race is the spoiler from the 2014 car, a restrictor plate on the engine taking a page out of the Indy race from the Xfinity Series last year, and the Indy spoiler from the Xfinity race with the 2 dog ears on the side. We'll see if this can produce better racing, as the last great All-Star moment I could think of at this current time is when the Busch brothers got into it and didn't talk to each other for a long time. A good moment that came out of the race last year was in the Open, which has usually been the best race in this All-Star weekend, where Eric Jones ran it through the grass, and then boom, the splitter dug into the grass and ended his day. Hopefully NASCAR has stumbled onto something to create this race into something it used to be. Number 2, a potential fan vote surprise. If Chase Elliott does not win a segment of the Open to get into the race, I feel like many fans think he's the shoo-in to win the fan vote. I feel like even if Chase doesn't win one of the segments, I think he may not get into the race with a fan vote surprise, where Darrell Wallace Jr. could potentially steal it from him. I've seen Darrell Wallace Jr. fans and even some random famous people cheering on the guy, and this could make him get the All-Star fan vote and shock most people. And number 3, what kind of racing will we get from this package? Many people are wondering what kind of racing we'll get from this package in the All-Star race. Will we have a Vegas-like truck race where really the draft matters and they're really close? Will we have an Xfinity Indy race where it seems like a draft down the straightaways really helped and get a pass at the end of the straight to get by your guy? Hopefully it will produce some great racing, as the All-Star race really needs this shot in the arm to get it back to where it was, instead of a race that people don't really care about. So that'll do it this week for 3-Wide NASCAR Edition. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.